Too many men fall into relationship pitfalls set by their feelings and the expectations of society. Although some may disapprove of these strategies, the truth is that they are effective because they draw on the deeper aspects of our evolutionary past. Women on pedestals beg for attention and lose sight of their own value. But what if I told you that there is a way to break free from this cycle? Believe me, the key lies in reversing the psychology that governs most interactions by understanding human nature, both biologically and psychologically. We can regain control, rebuild self-worth, and create balance in our relationships. Marcus Aurelius once stated that the quality of your thoughts determines how happy your life will be. If you apply this wisdom, you'll learn to act rather than react. In this video, we discuss how to discipline a woman in a way that maintains your emotional strength, self-worth, and ultimately your value as a man by employing stoicism and reverse psychology. One should avoid putting her on a pedestal. Placing women on pedestals is one of the worst relationship blunders guys make. It's important to realize that this isn't just about personal dynamics. It has roots in human biology and psychology. When you treat someone as though they are superior, you're signaling submissiveness, which is a trait that is biologically unattractive. You raise her status to such an extent that it throws the relationship out of balance and makes you appear less valuable in her eyes. According to evolutionary psychology, people are predisposed to look for partners who radiate stability, strength, and confidence. Marcus Aurelius recognized this when he said, "Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." When we idealize someone to the point where we lose our self-respect, we diminish ourselves, eroding the very qualities that initially attracted her. When a man elevates a woman too high, her brain almost subconsciously starts to view him as someone of lower status. This power imbalance leads to a decrease in attraction because women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally and socially strong. Stoicism teaches us to value ourselves and maintain equilibrium in all relationships. So by not putting her on a pedestal, you maintain your dignity and the dynamic balance that keeps attraction alive. 2. One of the most effective psychological tools in relationships is the silent treatment, when used strategically. Let me clarify that this is not about manipulation or emotional games, but rather about establishing boundaries and creating space for introspection. When done well, the silent treatment compels the other person to face their behavior because silence is frequently more piercing than words. Triggers the brain's amygdala, which is in charge of fear and survival when a woman feels a male slipping away without giving a reason. This triggers our innermost fears, including the fear of abandonment. This worry forces her to reconsider the relationship and her actions out of instinct. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics use stillness as a strategy to clarity. Silence was a tool of self-preservation and introspection, not a weapon. By learning this method, you're giving both sides time to think back on their deeds without being distracted by heightened emotions. Moreover, psychological studies show that withdrawal creates a vacuum in communication that the other party feels compelled to fill when you remain silent. It triggers a biological I-Cal response in the brain that heightens curiosity and concern, pushing her to re-engage. Use it sparingly and only when warranted, because believe me, overuse can lead to emotional disconnection, but done right, it can reset the emotional tone of the relationship, placing you back in a position of strength and calm. 3. Don't beg for her attention. There is no quicker way to lose woman's respect than to beg for her attention. When you do this, you signal desperation, and desperation is the ultimate display of weakness. Believe me, no woman is attracted to a man who can't stand tall on his own 2 feet. The truth is, women often test men in subtle ways, using tactics designed to get your attention without them having to directly ask for it. They'll post something provocative on social media. They avoid eye contact or suddenly pull back, creating a sense of uncertainty. This is a game one that you lose the moment you chase. Despite their innate desire for approval and attention, women are biologically predisposed to revere those who refuse it. You're falling into a trap when you beg for her attention. She might not even realize she's set if you fail and begin pursuing her. This is because, from a psychological perspective, men who pursue are seen as needy and lacking in self-worth, and in the harsh reality of human attraction, nothing smothers desire more quickly than a man who devalues himself. The secret is in the law of scarcity, which states that the less you seek her attention, the more valuable you become in her eyes. 4. Maintain emotional strength. This is the cornerstone of being a high-value man. Marcus Aurelius was clear: stop chasing and start building. Women are biologically drawn to men who exhibit strength, self-sufficiency, and emotional security. By concentrating on your own path, you naturally become more attractive. It's the capacity to control your emotions so that you can maintain composure under duress and avoid letting outside factors control how you feel about relationships. Since the brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for emotional regulation, plays a crucial role in this, Stoic philosophers like Seneca emphasize the importance of controlling our emotions and not letting them rule us. They point out that much of our emotional turmoil stems from our inability to regulate our thoughts, and that when we allow emotions to control us, we become unstable and make poor decisions in both life and relationships. Emotional strength is not just attractive, it's essential for maintaining respect and self-worth, I promise you. Because women are wired to seek for partners who can protect and provide stability, psychological and emotional strength shows a lady that you are a firm foundation person who won't break under pressure or stress. This, in turn, makes you more desirable. Your stress levels and general well-being are directly impacted by emotional strength as well. When you can maintain composure, you're less likely to endure chronic stress, which promotes better and more satisfying relationships. 5. Improve yourself. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you think you are not valuable, that belief will show in your actions, relationships, and life. Your self-worth functions as a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe you are valuable, you act in ways that reinforce that belief. If you don't value yourself, no one else will. This is a fundamental truth that every high-value man understands. Better self-worth improves not only your relationships, but your entire life. You become a man of purpose. Biological research indicates that better self-esteem is associated with higher serotonin levels, which boost your general mood and mental health. This is what attracts people to you: clarity and confidence. Stoicism teaches us that genuine happiness originates from within, not from outside validation. When you increase your sense of self-worth, you release yourself from the need for approval and start living authentically. Trust me, once you master this, everything else will fall into place. This isn't about controlling or punishing someone. Rather, it's about regaining your strength as a man and keeping control over your emotions, mind, the type of man who, trust me, commands respect without ever having to ask for it. The best way to regain your power isn't through anger or games, but through mastery of your own mind. Therefore, ask yourself, are you ready to stop playing the games and start living as the man you were meant to be? Are you ready to take control of your life, your emotions, and your relationships? Life is too short to chase after other people's approval. Marcus Aurelius taught us that the best revenge is to be unlike the person who caused the injury. The journey of growth and mastery doesn't end here. Rather, it's a lifetime commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. A journey that starts when you decide to take charge. If the answer is yes, then challenge accepted. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to take your life to the next level. For those who genuinely want to embrace this path, engage with this content by subscribing and ringing that notification bell.